So this is going to most likely be a very, very long episode. Um, I picked up a lot of movies this month, and yikes! I might deliberately make next month shorter just so I don't spend so much money. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna start with because this month was the annual well, happens twice a year, but annual 50% off Criterion sale at Barnes and Noble. So I'm going to start with that after this one and only video game that I got this month, and that is Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm barely anywhere into, even though I've been playing it for I feel like probably over 10 hours. Because I just keep on playing the side missions and I keep on just getting into fights with Mongols for fun. This game's fantastic. This is already a contender for me for Game of the Year. It's probably going to beat out Doom Eternal, because Doom Eternal is incredible, but this is just, I get lost in this game every time I boot it up. Absolutely stunning world. The combat's fantastic. The way that it homages classic samurai cinema and that genre and its director, specifically Kurosawa. There's a whole mode of the game that's dedicated to Kurosawa, that's signed off on by his estate, that's in black and white and with Japanese audio and subtitles. I played the very first 10 minutes of the game with Kurosawa mode, and I think it's a really cool mode, although I'm just not down with languages dubbing over English, because the lip sync doesn't match up, and I get why it doesn't, because it was mocapped in English. But I mean, it's a fantastic mode, and there's some people who think it's really cool. You can do Kurosawa mode in English if you want, but it's just I don't think it works as well, just because it should be in Japanese if we were doing a Kurosawa mode. But this game's great. If you can find it, because I hear it's sold out almost everywhere. I definitely recommend getting this, especially if you're a samurai fan. But this isn't the best PlayStation exclusive of the generation, because my favorite game of all time is Uncharted 4, and that's my favorite. But this is up there. This is pretty high. This is at least up towards, in my opinion, God of War level. I think this is fantastic so far. Although I'm only in Act 2. I don't know how many acts there are. But I'm absolutely in love with this game. So I'm having a blast. Put that down with my video games. Alright. Whew. This is going to be crazy. I'm going to start with the big purchase. And I had to back up to do this. I finally got my hands on the Godzilla set. I've been wanting this since it released. I up until now, I've seen the more recent Godzilla movies, obviously, like the American versions. I didn't make it through the 90s, 99 Godzilla or whatever it was, the Roland Emmerich one. I couldn't finish it. I got 20 minutes and I had to stop. But I have seen obviously the original Godzilla, and I've seen Godzilla Raids Again, and some scattered other ones later on. I've seen a couple of them during late nights, but I don't remember them. But I rewatched Godzilla. I mean, I rewatched Godzilla not that long ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And it's such a masterpiece. And I know most of the sequels are not like it at all. But I definitely wanted this, and just the presentation alone, I just needed this. As even if it's just as a display piece or a coffee table book. It's just gorgeous. It's spine number 1000. Yeah, this is not my crown jewel of my collection. I don't know if you guys, oh, wrong side. If you can see up there, my girlfriend got me, I'm not pulling that down to show everybody, for my birthday this year. She got me this old DVD set of Nightmare Before Christmas that is within a Jack Skellington bust. that is my crown jewel of my collection at this point. But this is a close second. Um, that's easily probably now my favorite box set that I have for a series. Um, it just might beat out the Halloween Scream Factory mega set that they put out. But we'll see. I think that's fantastic. But okay, this is actually one of the more recent Criterion releases I got. I just got this the other day. I just finished up. I'm done. I had to stop for the season because I'll just keep buying shit. I got Y Tu Mamá También. I have never seen this. I have another Cuarón film in the Criterion collection that I picked up, but I'm just in the mood now to just watch through Alfonso Cuarón's movies. This is one that I've heard a lot about, but have not actually seen. It's filmed by Emmanuel Lubezki, so it's gonna look gorgeous. I've heard about it. I don't really know the context of what the narrative for this is, but I'm looking forward to checking this out. I've heard nothing but good things. The next one is one I've wanted to watch for a very long time since I've heard people talking about it. Move my microphone a little bit. And that is Come and See. I've heard so many things about this, about how harrowing of a film it is, and how it's possibly the best war film ever made. We'll see. I could say that this cover's haunting. I've seen a trailer for this. They released a trailer on Janus Films. Actually, I think I watched it on Daily Motion, which is weird that still exists. But I watched a trailer. They were talking about a restoration for it. I'm like, okay, so it's definitely coming to the Criterion Collection is what you're saying. And it took them a bit, but then they announced it, and I said, okay, well, I'm definitely getting this. And I've been looking for this all month, and my Barnes & Noble finally got it. I'm really excited to check this out. I just got to carve out 142 minutes. Hopefully I'll watch it soon. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I was really excited to get that one. I heard it's a one-time watch. It's very difficult to watch again. So, we'll see. Next one. Okay, so I have to preface this. I just started watching Twin Peaks for the first time. So, I'm a little late to the party, obviously. And just first episode I watched it, fantastic, absolutely amazing, some of the best television I've ever seen. And I watched 2, 3. I think I've watched episode 4 now of the first season. Or I'm on 4. This show is incredible, just fantastic. So it got me in a big Lynch mood. That is actually the first. I think that's actually the first thing that I've watched that's actually David Lynch, because I've watched that's like a full film. I watched his Alphabet short film. It's like 2 minutes. So that I'm not counting that, but that's fantastic too. But I picked up Mulholland Drive, which apparently this Criterion sale has been pretty sought after. Apparently it's been sold out in a lot of places, surprisingly. But I haven't seen this. I've heard so much about. I haven't heard so much about it. I don't know shit about the plot. But I've heard so much praise he'd done it, so I'm excited to check that out. I heard it's a multiple watch thing. You have to watch it a couple times in order to really understand what's going on. But yeah, I'm excited to watch that for sure. Next one, so right before Ghost of Tsushima released, because I've been super hyped about this game, I got in a big samurai mood. So I picked up 3 Outlaw Samurai, which I haven't actually seen yet, because I bought this right before the game came out, so I just haven't been watching movies lately. But I just saw this, and I'm like, this cover's sick. I love the cover. And it's a 60s black and white samurai movie, and like, I'm gonna watch it. And for $20, not bad. So I have nothing to really say about the film itself, other than that it sounds really cool. But, you know, I'll watch it, and maybe we'll find out how I feel about it someday. Next one, another samurai movie by the master Akira Kurosawa, Kagemusha. Still haven't watched this either. This is... I picked this up because I'm like, oh, it's Akira Kurosawa, definitely buying it. And then I didn't see that it's 180 minutes. It's 3 hours long. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait for that one because it took me a while to watch Seven Samurai for the same reason. Seven Samurai, one of the greatest films ever made. So I mean, like, as Akira Kurosawa, I'm sure I'm gonna love this. But yeah, I just haven't watched it yet. It sounds fascinating. I love the idea of this. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching this. My buddy watched it. He said he wasn't over the moon about it the way he was about some other movies that he's watched from Kurosawa. But he said it's still a Kurosawa movie, so it's still good. This one I have watched, and that is Throne of Blood, which I finally saw this after finally picking this up. And this is now my favorite rendition of Macbeth. I'm not wild about Macbeth anyways, and maybe that's just a holdover from me in high school being all defiant about not wanting to read shit that my teachers told me that they wanted me to read. But this and the Kurzel adaptation are just awesome films, and watching these has grown my appreciation for Macbeth, and maybe that's more so because I'm removed from my high school days when I was a fucking douchebag little kid. But man, this is really fucking good. This is really good. I reviewed this on Letterboxd, gave it 5 stars. I couldn't not do that. Because Toshiro Mifune is fantastic. All of the acting is incredible. Visually stunning, very impactful. The finale is just amazing. My God, this is just so good. Man, so good, so fucking good. The special features in this are really cool because they did they discussed with Kurosawa and other people the making of the film and the influence of no theater, which is I guess a type of theater in Japan, with almost like limited expression, no dialogue. And after watching that and thinking about the movie, it's like it really everything makes sense because there's some aspects of the film that are kind of like off kilt, but they're very inspired by that no storytelling. And when they put that in context in that piece, that supplement, I was like, okay, no, that's really fucking cool. Yeah, I blown away by Throne of Blood. If you haven't seen Throne of Blood yet, check that out, please. All right, this one I've also seen. I saw this before I picked up the Criterion, though. That is The Blob. This is actually the first movie with Steve McQueen that I've actually seen, I believe. I have other Steve McQueen movies that I can watch. Like, I have Bullet. I just haven't seen it yet. And I have one I'll get to in a second. But The Blob is awesome. I watch it during every year. Not every year, but the past couple of years I've tried to watch a horror movie a day throughout October, or at least try to watch a bunch of ones that I haven't seen. And The Blob was one of the ones I picked last year, I believe. And wow, just a blast. It's so easy to understand why Steve McQueen became such a star, because he's so good. He's just so damn good. And The Blob itself, it's amazing how something that should be really goofy really works. And it's just the way that the director Irvin S. Yeworth Jr. The way that he just, it's just so well framed, and the way that he handles the special effects is pretty surprising. There's some truly suspenseful sequences that I was not expecting from a movie called The Blob. But yeah, that got me into the concept of watching B movies from the 50s. Between this and like The Thing from Another World, I believe came out in the 50s as well. they really put me into a place where I could watch something like that. It got me interested into that little subgenre. All right, this is another one that I watched. Actually, there's two movies in this. I've seen one of them. I haven't seen the other. And that is Howard Hawks' His Girl Friday, which I watched this on the Criterion Channel. I didn't watch it on this release. But as soon as I watch it, as soon as the credits rolled on it, I said, I'm buying that release as soon as it hits. I mean, as soon as that Criterion sale hits, I'm buying it because it's possibly one of my favorite movies ever made. It is so well directed. The performances of Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell are so good. The comedy, it's so friggin' funny. There's moments I will not forget listening to in that movie. The whole Rosalind Russell saying, he's gonna make a girl real happy someday, slap happy, and knowing how much of it is improvised, or when Cary Grant making a dig at his actual name, Archie Leach, fantastic shit. It's so funny, and the great thing about it is that this is an easily rewatchable film because you miss jokes. You miss them, and even from watching supplements, you miss jokes that are just so damn funny, because they're talking over each other. It's a joke a minute, not even a joke a minute, a joke a second almost. It's so fast paced, and the comedy comes at you so fast, and the dynamic between the characters that Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell play is so good. This is easily one of my favorite Cary Grant movies, and it introduced me to Rosalind Russell in a fantastic way. So that's a movie I heartily recommend to a lot of people. And literally, I finished watching that. I recommended it to my buddy, and he watched it like the next day, and he was like, "What the fuck, dude? How did I not watch this?" Like he had a blast with it. All right, so here's the next one. I was talking about how I had another Alfonso Cuarón movie in my haul this month. That is Roma. I watched Roma obviously on Netflix when it came out. I had the opportunity to see it in theaters, and after finishing it on Netflix, I was furious I didn't see it in theaters. But this movie is fantastic. It's just, it deserves all of its praise. Visually stunning. Their performances are fucking incredible. I actually think that what's the name of the actress? I feel really bad for forgetting her name at the moment. Yalitza, oh man, I'm gonna butcher her name. Aparicio. Sorry if I butchered that name. I'm really bad at names. Her performance, first time actress, absolutely blew me away. If she won Best Actress that year, I would have been 100% okay with it. I think she totally came out swinging, and she earned it. She earned her nomination for sure. Absolutely heart-wrenching movie. Such an emotionally impactful film. It was a movie that I almost didn't watch because of the length of it, and I just didn't have time. I'm so glad I got to watch it before the Oscars, because I could actually root for it and feel good. Me and Alfonso Cuarón have a weird kind of thing, because I've watched several of his movies. I like all of them. I've seen obviously Harry Potter, in the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is damn close to the best Harry Potter film, in my opinion. But I've seen that. I've seen Gravity, which I like Gravity a lot. I didn't like it as much as the Academy apparently did. I didn't think that it really deserved all the things that it got. Children of Men is a masterpiece, one of my favorite movies ever made. Roma, he's a fantastic director. But like some of his more one of his more popular movies, Gravity, is just I didn't get why it got so much love. I mean, like, I liked the movie a lot. But this one, when it got nominated, I'm like, yes. That is perfect. And I can't remember how much it won, but yeah, I can't say that there was a single thing it was nominated for that year that I could possibly disagree with. Cinematography can't be stated enough. The cinematography is amazing, and the use of visual effects. There's a lot of visual effects work done in that movie, and it's pretty much not even visible. Like, you have no idea that it's there. Just wow, staggering film. The next one. This is not the last. There's one more criterion after this. Believe it or not. War of the Worlds. I've never seen this. I've wanted to see it. I've seen the Spielberg one. I like the Spielberg one. I hear this is a lot better. As soon as they said that they were doing this, and I saw this beautiful cover art, I'm like, yep, I'm buying that. I'm gonna watch this soon because I've been wanting to see it for a while. It's got a 4K digital restoration and knowing Criterion, I'm sure it's absolutely stunning. I haven't been showing the insides of these, but I'm gonna show this one. Absolutely stunning looking presentation. But I definitely can't wait to check that one out. I don't have much to say about it, just other than, hey, I can talk about the remake. The remake's pretty cool. It's got issues, but it's pretty cool. I bet this will be better. The last criterion of the month, and we're not even fucking. We got a whole other stack of shit to look at. Is The Great Escape. Another Steve McQueen movie. I hear it's kind of funny that they feature him so heavily. People say he's not actually in the movie that much. I don't know. But this is another one that I've wanted to watch for a while, but that runtime has been the reason why I haven't been. I'm not anti 3-hour films. It's just finding the time between other shit. But I hear this is absolutely fantastic. It's in the Criterion Collection. I'm sure it's fantastic. It's got a great cast though. Steve McQueen, James Garner, Richard Attenborough, James Donald, Charles Bronson, Donald Pleasance, James Coburn. Fantastic cast. I definitely want to watch this soon. But it's just like I gotta find 3 hours to watch it amongst how many other the 2.5 hour long Come and See, 2.5 hour long Mulholland Drive. Kagamusha's is 3 hours. It's just like, my God, man, I gotta find the time. But hey, I bought it. I'll find the time. Okay, so these next, I'm gonna segment off these 4. This is from the July horror pack that I just literally got this morning. So I'm gonna give you a hint right now. I have seen absolutely none of these. Saint Agatha, which is apparently by the director of Saw 2, 3, and 4, Darren Lynn Bousman. I like Saw 2. I like Saw 3. I never watched 4. Says it's a horror film with brains and atmosphere by Hollywood in Toto, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know anything about this at all, but I'll give it a go, I guess. So I'll get to it. Now, I haven't. Ooh, probably should have done the other horror pack first, but hey, whatever. Insidious 3 is the next one. And this is directed by Leigh Whannell, who is blowing up right now because of Upgrade and The Invisible Man. Both very deservedly. So I actually do really want to watch Insidious 3. I haven't seen Insidious 2 though. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. This looks like something that I can probably watch without seeing 2. Just because it looks like it's a prequel. So I'll probably just watch it anyways. But yeah, I got this. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of funny considering the June horror pack, which we'll get there. This was a surprise. This is a 4K. They gave me a 4K this month. And that is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I'll just say this right now. I would have never seen this movie, or would have never purchased this movie. If it weren't for the fact that I got in a horror pack, because I didn't give a shit about this movie. When I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, that looks whatever. That looks stupid. But hey, I have the 4K now, so I guess I'll probably eventually watch it. And it's a Sony 4K, so it's probably gonna be gorgeous. And the horror pack exclusive for the month, Witch's Brew. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck this is. But it's about microbrewers, so whatever. We'll check it out. I'll check it out. Whatever. Alright. So I'm going to segment these off again too, because I got these in a sale on Hamilton Book. I'm going to take a swig of my coffee. Okay. I got, actually one of these snuck in here that's not from there. Okay. Alright, so these next 5 are from Hamilton Book. I got these each for like $3 to $5 each. So the Fleischer Superman cartoons, I've seen a couple of these. Comes with a little booklet. Man, the disc art quality is pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie, it's pixelated. But whatever. I've seen the first couple of these. They have them on DC Universe, and they had 1 or 2 of these in a previous Superman related release. Maybe it was the DVD for Superman Returns or something. But I haven't seen all of them, and I wanted to own it. So I have it now. Been wanting that for a while. Next one is Extraordinary Mission, which is, I watched like the first 10 minutes of this, and it seemed fascinating. I just have never gone back to it. I've heard nothing but good things as far as this being an action film. It's apparently well directed. It's from the director of Infernal Affairs, which I've never seen. But it's another movie I hear is fantastic. But it's, as far as I understand, it's to go after, it's another undercover film. But I heard about this from Pieces of Work, I believe, here on YouTube, and he recommended it as an action film, so I'm definitely gonna look forward to watching that. It's a short movie, so I'll get to that. This is one I barely know anything about. It's Little Caesar, which is a gangster film from 1930. I believe this is a pre-code gangster film. I believe it's like this and Scarface are like the seminal pre-code gangster films, and it's 78 minutes, short watch. I'll probably be watching this very soon because of that. I literally bought this because I think that art's cool. The art looks fantastic. And I've heard the name Douglas Fairbanks Jr. I know I've probably seen him in a movie, and I just can't put a name to the face, or a face to the name. But yeah, I like gangster films a lot. Movies like The Irishman, and Scorsese movies, obviously. Even Live by Night, which was one that a lot of people didn't like very much. I really liked it. I like that era a lot of mafia, the 30s and the 40s. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Got Bullet to the Head, Sylvester Stallone. I am a Stallone guy more so than a Schwarzenegger guy. As a kid, I actually really liked Schwarzenegger more, but I like as I've gotten older, I've grown to like Stallone more. I have seen this. I saw this back when it released, and I had a blast with this. I don't know if it holds up because I haven't rewatched it since, but I'm gonna rewatch it. I just remember it being them being some kind of racy stuff in it, as far as some of the dialogue is a little bit racist. If I remember correctly, that's not funny. It's just awkward. But I do remember that being juxtaposed against Stallone having good chemistry with Sung Kang, who a lot of people know as Han from Fast and Furious. But I remember this being really fun and having a really really, really kick-ass final act between Stallone and Jason Momoa as the villain. This is pre-Aquaman. And they have it's like an axe fight. Like they fight with fire axes or something. I don't remember exactly. I just know this is from the director of The Warriors, which I haven't seen all of. But, what I've seen of it, fantastic. I remember there being some kind of shaky action in this, but I remember it being mostly satisfying. So, I'll rewatch that. And this is another one I didn't finish this. I watched I probably watched more than half of this, I want to say. But I got the Night Manager. Oh, that was loud. The Night Manager, which is a miniseries that the BBC put on. I don't remember a lot about this. I just remember it being really good, and it's a John le Carre story, and just loving the cast. But I remember watching this and being like, yo, man, you know what? Tom Hiddleston might make a good James Bond. So I'm itching to rewatch this and actually finish it. Okay. Whew. I might have to edit this. I had to stop for a second. So I have one final stack of things to talk about, and then we're done here. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with this. I have the my Movies app on my phone, and the nice thing about it is that you can catalog your collection. Also, you can find deals very easily. And they have a whole deals tab. And I've been looking at this for a while and wanting it really badly. And then it dropped to a price that I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And it's Perfect Blue. I've never seen this. I've seen Paprika, but I haven't seen this one. And I've been wanting this for a long time. And it dropped down to like $12 or something the other day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm totally buying that before it goes away. And I'm like, oh, it's the Amazon version, and it's so long after release, I'm probably not going to get a slipcover. And I got a slipcover, and I'm so happy. Yeah, I've wanted to watch this for so long. And it's like a murder. I believe it's like a murder mystery. That apparently, at least a scene of this or something inspired Darren Aronofsky in one of his films. I just don't remember which one. But yeah, I almost bought like a DVD from Thailand to watch this. I'm glad I didn't, because here we are. I finally have this. But yeah. So, yeah, I have nothing to really say about the movie other than I'm excited to watch it. And I've heard nothing but good things. The next one I got is another samurai movie that I purchased during the desire and lead up to Ghost of Tsushima. And that's 13 Assassins by Takashi Miike, who I've never seen one of his films either. And I hear this is just fantastic. So I'm really excited to watch this. I hear it as far as like an action film, it is so good, and it's so bloody, and it's badass. So I'm looking forward to watching this one very soon. Because, you know, even after I finish Ghost of Tsushima, I'm going to be in a friggin' mood for months probably. Alright, the next one, I also haven't seen this. But I've seen three movies from the director who directed this. That is Edge of Darkness, directed by Martin Campbell, starring Mel Gibson. I've wanted to watch this since it released. I just never got to it. But I love Casino Royale. I love GoldenEye, and Green Lantern exists. But I actually heard this was pretty solid. But I found this in Dollar Tree for like $4. And I was like, yeah, no, I'll buy that. And I'll finally watch it, because every time I try to watch it, you know, like it'll be on a streaming service or something. I'll just forget about it and then not watch it, and then I'll take it off the service. So that's definitely one I wanted to snag. Another one I wanted to snag is one of probably the greatest movies of the century so far, actually, but definitely of the 2010s, and that is Prisoners, directed by Denis Villeneuve, starring Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Paul Dano. Oh shit, so many people are in this. Viola Davis, I believe, is in this. and Terrence Howard. So many people, and Dylan Minnette and Maria Bello. It's a stacked cast. This film is amazing. When I watched it, I was just so stunned and blown away by it, especially the ending. This is not my favorite Denis Villeneuve film, but it's up there. But Roger Deakins' cinematography in this is world class, and all of the performances here, particularly Hugh Jackman, who is Oscar worthy in this. It's a staggering movie, and it's one of the most genuinely thrilling and disturbing films I've ever seen. Definitely one that, if you haven't seen yet, you should definitely watch. The next one is two movies I have in fact seen, and I don't think I like either one of them. So, this is actually, I'll just grab all four of these, because this is from the June horror pack. But, this is the double pack of Priest and Legion, which, hey, it's cool that they gave us a double pack, and we got two movies. So we got more movies this month than we usually do. But, if I remember correctly, both these movies suck. I remember Legion more. I remember being more excited for Priest, though, because Priest had Karl Urban in it, and there was an aesthetic to it that I really liked. This post-apocalyptic, weird, crazy style to it, and I was actually really looking forward to it. And I love Paul Bettany, but I remember both these movies not being good at all. But I'll wind up eventually rewatching these. I don't care. This is the one out of the horror pack this month that I just did not care about and did not care about getting. Next one, I haven't seen the rest. I've seen one of these movies, one of the movies that I have left. This is the Belko Experiment. I haven't seen this one. I wanted to when it came out, although it came out and I heard it wasn't like that great. It did not live up to the potential that it had apparently, and apparently Mayhem did what Belko Experiment did better. But hey, whatever. It's written by James Gunn. I love James Gunn. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Is one of my favorite superhero films. So I'm definitely willing to give it a go. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this. Just that I at one point did want to see this, and I just never did. This one I have things to say about it because it's fantastic, and it is easily in this set. When I pulled this out, this was the first one I pulled out, and I lost my shit because I was so happy because I didn't have it. I for some reason didn't have it on Blu-ray, and it's the one I've seen. I've seen 3 of the movies here, but this is the one that's easily the best. And so far, out of all the horror packs I've gotten, which is 3, yeah, this is probably the one that I care most about, and that's Insidious. Now, this is why I brought this back around, is because they gave us Insidious Chapter 3 this month. No Chapter 2, so I still have to find Chapter 2. But this movie is fucking fantastic. It is terrifying. There's great character work in this. It's so good, and it exemplifies why James Wan and Leigh Whannell are 2 of the best working in the industry right now. Especially Wan from a directing standpoint, because I don't think I've seen a single horror movie by Wan that I haven't loved. Because Saw is great. Death Sentence is great. This is great. Conjuring is great. So, my God, I definitely am so happy that I have this, and I want to revisit this very soon, because I saw this back when it released, and I haven't seen it since. So, definitely planning on rewatching this one very, very soon. And the horror pack exclusive for that month is Cruel Will, which I have never heard of. But that seems to be the MO for horror pack. I'm really sad I didn't get into Horror Pack when they had the Pieces one, because I actually had a blast with Pieces. But you know, hey, maybe I'll watch this. Maybe I'll be down with this. I know absolutely nothing about this, so I really can't comment on it. I'll say this: I like the cover a lot. That's pretty fucking gnarly. So, hey, it's got Doug Jones in it. I like Doug Jones. All right, here's something I can fucking talk about though. I got the 4K set for Mission Impossible. Finally. I love these movies, man. I love them. 2, I'm not wild about. Mission Impossible 2 is not a good movie. But I love this series. This is my favorite action series running right now, I believe. Honestly. And straight up, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Mission Impossible Fallout is one of the best action films ever made. Ever made. And Rogue Nation's it's up there. And so's 3. These movies are fucking awesome. And having them in 4K excites the hell out of me. And I already have Fallout in 4K. So I now have 2 copies of Fallout, and I don't care. But yeah, I wanted the set so I could get them all, and getting them all individual. All things considered, I like getting things all individually. But I just it would have taken too long for me to get them all individually, and I just didn't care. I just wanted the movies, so I have them now. And this is a thick boy set. This is a big set. This is a real thick set. All right, I got 2 Scream Factories. So little tidbit here. This month apparently Walmart started getting some Scream Factory releases, which I was like so confused by. And one in particular that I've been wanting for a while. That's been pretty high in price, not high in price, but it's been higher in price for a while. And that's The Thing. I've wanted this for a while. Yeah, no slipcover. Oh well, whatever. I just want the movie, and I just want the special features. I haven't seen The Thing. Like, I love John Carpenter. It's one of my John Carpenter blind spots that I'm gonna fill. But this is a fucking stacked release. But like, this was at Walmart, and it was like $12. So I was really excited to get my hands on this. I had to go straight to Walmart to look for that. They had that, and I think they had Candyman, which I already have. I thought they might have had something else, but I don't know. This other one I had to get on eBay, but or eBay. Actually, I think it was Amazon. But it is Return of the Living Dead, which I watched this for the first time 2 years ago. I want to say it was 2 years ago. Absolutely loved it. This movie's fantastic. It's a blast, an absolute blast. And this release, we'll talk about fucking stacked, bro. Stacked. It's got apparently it's got like a big ass gargantuan sized making of documentary. This is one, like, I know I keep saying, you know, I can't wait to revisit this. I can't revisit this. I am definitely revisiting this October. I'm just happy to have this. Now I just gotta get Return of the Living Dead Part 2, even though I wasn't wild about the sequel. I thought it was fine. They both have the amazing special features that I want to check out. So that was a big pickup for me. I got that early in the month. And hey, want to talk about more Godzilla? I went to my local thrift store and they had this with the slip. And the slip's not in bad condition. There's a couple little dings, but I was pretty surprised. I didn't have this, and there's no 4K for some reason. I used to really not like this movie, but I rewatched it before King of the Monsters came out last year, and found myself actually surprised by how much I enjoyed it. The monster battles are a blast, and surprisingly enough, I connected with the characters a little bit more this time around. Because I remember not liking the characters very much at all. But I feel differently this time. Yeah, I'm surprised this doesn't have a 4K yet. Especially considering that we had that new Godzilla last year. I was expecting a 4K release to come out with that. And we have Kong in 4K, but we don't have this. I'm gonna say we might get one in time for King Kong vs. Godzilla, which is now coming out next year because of this shit going on in the world. But we'll see. I hope so, and I hope we get something about King Kong vs. Godzilla, like a trailer soon, because I'm dying to see that. But yeah, I remember not liking this very much, and rewatch really helped. So I definitely am gonna put this back in a rotation for things to watch. Yeah, Godzilla's pretty cool. Okay, this is one I haven't seen yet. Another one I picked up with the slipcover. I was like, what? I can't believe this has a slipcover. And this one's a little bit less good shape. It's a little bit chewed. But it's Her. Haven't seen this movie yet. Gonna watch it soon, though. I'm gonna put that on my t-shirt when I get to the point where I can have merch. I'm gonna watch this one soon. But I've been wanting to see this since it came out. I don't think I've seen a Spike Jonze movie yet. Might have to look back through my through things I watched. I don't think I've seen a Spike Jonze movie yet, but I've heard nothing but great things about this, and I love Joaquin Phoenix. Last year he killed it in Joker. He kills it in everything, honestly. Actually, I think I most associate him with Commodus from Gladiator. But I've been wanting to see this for a while. Getting this with the slip at the same thrift store. This was one that I was really happy I got. It sounded like something's busted. No, nothing busted. Okay. This came with a digital copy in it, and I opened it up and I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. But yeah, I'm excited that I have this one. I always like I have this digitally already, and I just haven't watched it yet. I always just like to have the physical copy because, if someday iTunes just delists Her for some reason, what am I gonna do? And we have reached the end, guys. We finally finished. The final movie is Green Zone, which is a Matt Damon, Paul Greengrass film. They make a big point on the front of it to say, oh, it's from the director of the Bourne Ultimatum and Supremacy. This is obviously pre-Jason Bourne. And from what I remember from this, because I did see it, it is Jason Bourne, but not Jason Bourne. Like, a lot of it, obviously that's simplifying it. The story is different, it's differently told, but from like it's a point of view of action and all that stuff. Like, it feels like a Bourne film, just maybe following a different character. But I remember it being good, being fine. Like, I don't remember it being bad for sure. But yeah, I just don't remember much about it. But I got it for like $4, and I'm like, I'll try it out. I haven't seen it in a while. So that's the last one, and we're done. We're finally done. We're finally finished. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know some of your pickups that you had during the course of July down in the comments. I hope it's not nearly as long as mine is, because I am actually embarrassed by how much I picked up this month. So hey, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, comments, all that fun stuff that everyone says at the end of their YouTube videos, and have a good rest of your July, because this is going up before the end of the month, and hope you everyone just stay safe, please. Stay safe.